National Italian-American Sports Hall of Fame, which is incredible. This week, I believe, the New York Post calls him the Italian Stallion of sports agents. It is a pleasure to welcome Sean Stellato to the show. Sean, mwah, mwah, mwah.
Mama, buongiorno. Great, thanks for the warm intro. How you doing?
I'm good. Sean, have you slept at all?
I know I look tired.
No.
I'm about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Tell me. I got about 3 hours of sleep. I did get the workout in, so I'm ready to go.
What
do they say?
Yeah. What?
I said, what do they say? Competition never sleeps.
Competition never sleeps. Listen, we have so much to get into, but first off, congratulations. This game-winning drive was incredible. Your guy, Tommy Devito, he is writing an unbelievable story right now. You don't see a lot of undrafted rookies step in, leading a team to 3 straight wins. Tell me why you aren't surprised, Sean.
You know, Tommy was an Elite 11 player. He was a dark horse for the 2018 Heisman Trophy. And let's face it, he hit a couple speed bumps at Syracuse, reinvented himself. My job as a sports agent is obviously to project value, and I always admired the grittiness of him. And he's like a sponge. He just wants to absorb and get better. And he's in a great franchise. You know, after the draft, we had several offers, and it was a no-brainer to, go to that organization and be developed by coach who's done a great job with Josh Allen, Jalen, and Tua. And he's, only going to get better. He's locked in. He's got that quiet confidence. A testament to his mom and dad. They've implemented that work ethic and core values at a young age, and he's embraced it, and he's taken the bull by the horns. And we're both excited to be in the moment, but we're preparing obviously for the next opportunity down in New Orleans.
Did he want to go to the Giants?
Yeah, you know what? I think deep down inside that was the goal. We would hope they called his name, but let's face it, some of the greatest players to play the game did not get their name called. And he just went out there with the opportunity. When I met with Coach after the draft in his office, I mean, he laid it out about this is going to be a long, hard battle to make the 53 and what he needed to do. And Joe was very transparent. He felt he started off a little slow in the spring. But let's face it, like a good racehorse, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And he's really taking a great, obviously approach to preparation. And I'm excited for him because we all know the mental capacity and the football IQ you need to play that position. And then again, getting it done in the elements. New York isn't Miami. It's not your dome like Mr. Manning had many years playing in that perfect weather, even though he's one of the GOATs. So Tommy, his hand size was important. We knew that going into the draft. His ability to, make those intermediate throws, ability to process. And I don't think people know how athletic Tommy is. Last night, rushed for over 70 yards.
71.
He's quick, and he's got instincts. And 71. I was a yard off. So I apologize about that. But he's look at 17 for 21 last night, and against a real good football team. Obviously we got to peak at the right time. We've seen Giants teams in the past make runs. I know we got to get ready for New Orleans, but they're still alive, for playoff contention. And, I don't know, the story hopefully can unfold like one of the greatest ever, or the greatest ever in Tom Brady that rookie year. I'm sorry, that 2001, his second season, when they got El Fuego the right time. And I don't know, the stars aligned. So I know we got to focus one game at a time, but I'm happy for him. And we both know, hey, we got to continue to get better, got to continue to work hard. And all the hype, all the notoriety is great, but that doesn't win any football games.
Yeah,
and that doesn't equate to success in the National Football League.
You're speaking like a former, I'm sure this is Marist you're rocking right here. A former Marist. Are you wearing a Marist jacket? What are you wearing?
I'm rocking. I got a legacy.
Of course.
It's actually a legacy jacket the Hall of Fame did for me. So we've got the M on. It's, I figured I couldn't rock the fedora today. I said, I got to change it up a little bit. So my zip code is sacred to me, 01970, Salem, Mass. That's really a big part of my makeup and, how I was raised, 8 of us, 3-bedroom house.
Wow.
Marriage was a special spot. So Kate, I spent 5 years in New York. So I got engaged on Rockefeller Ice. I can't even skate. So that's a story.
I know you're saying like New York's not an easy.
time.
Yeah, you're saying New York's not an easy place to play, but like New York's where Tommy DeVito was supposed to play, and then it all not being drafted. All the, I imagine, adversity that maybe we can get into it here. It's not an easy path when you are undrafted. It leads to this moment. Take me into the moment that you had in the stands with his family, the kisses, the this. Talk to me.
Yeah, family is the backbone of everything. I mean, that's something my dad preached at a young age. That's something Mr. DeVito preached. And look, it's a shining moment. You spend your entire life grinding, working, especially in a very competitive industry. And Italians are very passionate. We talk with our hands. We hug. We kiss. Those things are very organic. And I share those same values with the DeVitos. I always hug and kiss my kids. I mean, my mom and dad to this day, they've been married 62 years. They're on a train going to Chicago for my Hall of Fame induction Friday. It's just that old school passion and love for each other. And I mean, last night it was exciting to just see the young man's hard work on the biggest stage, Monday Night Football. We had a little fun with it, but I mean, everything, as I said, we're not sugarcoating anything. That's real. It's genuine. It's our love for the game. And it's our love for our heritage. And we're very blessed to be in the moment right now. But we know we've got to continue to evolve. And he's got to continue to play at a high level, which I have no doubt he won't. He will not. And I know I'm ready to deliver on all cylinders for him. Collaborate with the right companies off the field, and be as confident, through this whole amazing journey.
Couple questions for you. I want to talk a little bit more about what's ahead, but what is this? What does this mean?
Forget about it. That means just, hey, it's just a really iconic symbol that really, hey, I'm talking, you listening. It's just something that's ingrained. People interpret it multiple ways. Yeah. I heard it last night. That's a gangster move, and that was the Sopranos move. And I'm just like, no, that's, just, hey, are you listening?
Forget about it.
Forget about it. I'm sure Sebastian can probably do it better than anybody. But Tommy's orchestrated that. He's embraced it. He's done a great job. And it's great to see his linemen getting involved with it, because let's face it, who doesn't, the Italian traditions, the Italian foods. I mean, it's everyone's watched all those great movies.
Let's talk about food. After a game like last night, there's no way that you don't have a standing table, open reservation to Rayo's whenever you want, right?
Oh, man, I was hoping we are going to get that call. We called. I mean, I don't know, Rayo's, if you're hearing, would love to come in. But, we talked about Tommy being a gourmet chef, doing some collaborations with the Yankees, Patsy's, Carbone, I believe it is.
Yeah.
He loves. Yeah, there's a lot of good restaurants in the city that I know Tommy's look forward to having sit downs there and enjoying that multiple course meal. He does like his fine dining.
He does. Who's the person that you would lose your mind to hear from today? Stallone, De Niro, Pacino? Like if you looked at your phone and was like, this person wants to say, forget about it.
Who was the person?
Who's the person that if you heard from today, wanted to say, wow, great. I'm sure your phone was crazy after last night, but if you got, a call or a text or a DM from somebody, who's the person that would blow your mind to hear from?
You know what? Joe Pesci congratulated me on the Hall of Fame induction, which I thought was kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, I always admired Joe. I have kids, so the Home Alone is obvious. Everybody thinks of him in Goodfellas and Casino. Look at those. I mean, my cousin Vinny, who doesn't love that movie? But yeah, Home Alone is pretty special. So Joe, but I probably got 300 text messages, 300 phone calls. It's been pretty crazy. But I mean, it was funny when I had a moment last night with John Tisch, one of the owners of the Giants, because I'm an alum of the Gunnery School, where John is a huge alum and big donor there. So it was he looked at me and he smiled and gave me a hug. He goes, "Yep, that's just how I thought you were going to look." But it was funny, But at the end of the day, look, attire can players dress a certain way on the field. At the end of the day, it's about results, and it's about, something to identify you. But I'm always the person, that's curious, not judgmental. So that's important to me. And I guess, hey, we got to just continue to, we'll have fun with it, but we're gonna continue to work. And I'm just excited for Tommy, excited for the Giants organization that they're putting themselves in a position to, finish this thing strong. So it's going to get exciting.
Sean, what's your dream for Tommy DeVito? Can he win this job?
Yeah, my dream is for him to be the starting quarterback and get a long-term deal with the New York Giants. I have no doubt he can win this job. He's won the locker room. The coaches are believing. Let's face it, the fans think he's the second coming of, the Sopranos back at 20-something years ago. Just in terms of that aura and that passion and that blue-collar underdog approach, because he relates to that fan base. So I think he can win that job. I have no doubt about it. Daniel Jones is a hell of a quarterback too. So got to just continue to take it one day at a time, one practice at a time, one game at a time. But I know he's ready for any challenge that's going to come his way. He's prepared his entire life. Don't forget, this is a kid that went up against Tua and Trevor Lawrence at the Open out in Oregon and was the MVP of that camp.
There we go.
This is not a fluke by any means. And Brock Purdy's done a great job. You continue to build and put weapons around Tommy DeVito, and he is going to get better like a fine wine.
And it's nice to have a partner like you there. Star quarterback for those Salem Witches you were talking about. You're wearing the Marist. I believe the leading receiver in the 2000s, 2001 at Marist. And now you're, I'm sure, out there coaching him up. You're out there taking care of him. You're hanging out with his family. And I do want to know, I don't know you. And we have to wrap here. And I don't know you, but I know from seeing the tweets from Jonas Gray, who, by the way, I don't know if you were his agent when he had that 4-touchdown game against the Colts. That was crazy. But Jonas Gray, other Manhurts, these are guys coming out this morning saying, I've known him for years. He's been like that. I don't know you, but I know that you deeply care about your clients. And so I hope this brings you further success.
I appreciate it. I do. I wear my emotions on my sleeves sometimes, but I'm, hey, look, a lot of trial and error in this industry, and you got to get the right guys on the bus. But I'm excited. I got to stay in shape too. I always tell Tommy, if we got to go up against any quarterback agent in the industry, no one's beating us.
Hey.
So hopefully there can be a comp. I still run around. I could throw the ball good in high school. Got converted slot receiver. So I always admire those undersized slot receiver guys. So it's cool to play catch with him, and I'm always ready to run a couple routes.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe right here. Do it now for the latest from Up and Adams.